Hey guys, Isaac here, and today, not gonna be part 2 of the paper game tutorial, but it's gonna be a review of my base set cards, what's the best deck analysis, what's the best cards to basically use on the set. And you guys might be asking, where were you? Well, where I was schoolwork. It really killed me. I plan to do so much videos, and when I'm just about to do it, I'm either not feeling well or school is just getting in the way. With all the homework and tests and quizzes and report cards and all this stuff, I'm just like, I can't make videos. But now I have a little bit of more free time and I'm ready to do the base set review of my cards, because I've never done something like that. I'm gonna do Unova, and I have a little bit of a sad announcement towards the end, but I'll talk about that when we get there. I'm working on a bunch of new games. Ariana 2 I'm working on. I haven't even showed you guys Ariana 1. But Dream World 3. WWE. My first game of WWE is going to be coming out. My second sequel to Pokemon. A lot of random stuff. I'm just dishing out a whole bunch of games for you guys, and I can't wait to show them. Alright guys, let's just get right into the base set review. And yeah, let's just go. Alright guys, here we are. One thing to mention before I continue, however, is that there are a lot of commons and uncommons that are also good for the set, for the game, for the competitive play, but there's just so many. I'll actually show you right here all the base set common and uncommons. I think it was a little too hard to choose from, as you can see there. And yeah, all the rares and hollows or whatever that I've chose today to showcase, there are much more that actually are there, but I can't really choose from them which ones can be playable in the game. But the ones I've chosen, these are pretty much the base ones that I've seen. Starting off is the Wobbuffet base set card. First of all, this card is a holo, a reprint, and a rare. It's a reprint from the way back set that I had. You guys might be saying, this is a base set, the first of your cards. How is it a reprint? Well, I used to make cards long time ago, and this is basically a reprint of it. So even if this card is any good, it's going to be extremely hard to find, extremely hard to get, because it is a reprint. Now, the reason why this card is good, it is not a basic. You still need a Pokemon to activate this Pokemon. That's a little bit of a downfall because it only does have 80 HP. But if you look down in the bottom, it's one move, Mirror's Coat. Copy opponent's attack. Do I have to say more? Alright guys, but seriously, no energy is required. You just copy the opponent's attack, and that's obviously why I made the HP so low, because this is an extremely powerful card. If you're up against, these cards aren't really playable because they're base set, and the only cards you could play competitively now are my Unova cards. This card will be extremely playable in the competitive play, because you just take some of the level X's, some of the cards that require big energies to do their big fancy moves. This you don't need energy at all, so pretty overpowered card, but I'm pretty sure that's why I made the HP almost 80. And it is a stage 1. Why not? I'm pretty sure that thing has like 40 HP or something, so the opponent could easily knock Whyna out before Wobbuffet comes on the field to start to do his Mirror's Coat attack. So that kind of balances out a little bit. But you're gonna see for the rest of the holo, there's only a yellow star background. This one has the blue star background because it is a reprint. So even if this card was a playable card in the format, you wouldn't be able to really get it because it's extremely hard to get. Now the next card in base set that I'd like to talk to you about is the Arceus card. Now, it's a basic, which is a big plus, a holo, which is kind of a negative because it's going to be hard to get. Its HP is 90 for a basic, so that's really good. But the real reason this thing is in the list is for its move. 2 colorless, which is a good thing for Perish Song. And it says flip a coin heads, opponent is 20 HP away from dying. Now that's its only move, but it is a good one. If you're a good little flipper and you can get that thing to heads most of the time, you're gonna be running through your opponent and getting prize cards as quickly as you can. With this Arceus, being that you could put it in the beginning of the game, or have it as a backup for the end of the game when your opponent's starting to bring out these heavy level X 170, 160 HP Pokemon. You could easily just put the 2 colorless and pray with that Perish Song, and if it does start to get attacked, you could just use a couple potions, retreat it, all that type of stuff to keep it in play. So I think Arceus is a good card. Would be hard to pull because it is a holo, comes in 1 in every 3 packs, a holo card. I'm sure you guys know that, but yeah. So now, the next card is Victory Bell. It's a stage 2, so that is a big downfall. Holo, another huge downfall. Because the reason I'm saying stage 2 is a downfall, because it will take a long time to set up. And the basic, the stage 1, if they get knocked out, you're not going to be able to use this. So that's why I'm going to be saying stage 2 are pretty bad to have. But pretty bad HP for a stage 220, should be a little more. But the real reason this guy is going to be talked about is for its first move. If you have any grass energy acceleration Pokemon, which means you have a bunch of Pokemon that could accelerate grass, like let's say a Pokemon says able to put more than 1 grass energy on a Pokemon in 1 turn, that's kind of like a grass acceleration Pokemon. But if you were to have a grass acceleration Pokemon, this will be paired perfectly, because you take 4 Leaf Storm, 200 damage, and you discard 2 energies. 200 damage could wipe out any card in the base set format, as I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure in Unova and Warriors. And yeah, that's why it makes this card very useful to have if you build your whole kind of deck and setup beside it. The next move, Vine Whip, is not very special, 2 for 50, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a card that would have been used if base set was a playable set. And the next card is Clefable. Clefable is another stage 2, pretty disappointing stage 2, HP of 110. It is a stage 2. It evolves from the basic Cleffa, which, as you guys know, has very, very little HP, so you're going to be lucky if you even get this guy out to play. But the real reason this guy's even in the list is because its second move, Metronome, copy one of your opponent's attack next turn, exactly like the Wobbuffet reprint, and much easier to get because it's only a rare. So this card, it might want to be a card that you really want to build your deck against, because if you can't get those level X's or those powerhouse hitters, you're going to want to have that card for its Metronome. But sadly, it is a stage 2. So there's that card. The next card we'll be talking about is Staraptor, another stage 2. You guys can see that base set is built really with stage 2 Pokemon. You see that Unova and Warriors are not really that heavy on stage 2, but base set, I can't even speak, really is heavy on stage 2 Pokemon. But this guy really is in this list because of its second move. It is a holo, so it's going to be a little harder to find, but the second move, Whirlwind, if it could focus, says discard 2 energies on the opponent. Now that move by itself is going to be one that really will put you in the lead, because a lot of these high level X type powerhouse hitters require so much energies to do their attacks, and this will slow them down so much. You could probably just use the 3 energy wing attack for 70, keep pounding them, and in between turns, keep using that little whirlwind attack to set them back, and eventually they will get extremely frustrated with this card, and it's a good card to have. Sadly, it is a stage 2 and holo, however. The next card is Mismagius. Mismagius is a holo again, so that's going to be hard to find. It's a stage 1 at least, so that's pretty good. 90 HP for a stage 1. And if you can't read the move, it's 3 psychic energies for a move called Lucky Chant. And it says flip a coin. If heads, opponent is 10 HP away from dying, and take 3 energies from the discard pile. That is crazy for a coin flip. That is better than the that is better than the Arceus's Perish Song move, because if I bring that over here, it says flip a coin if heads, the opponent is 20 HP away from dying. This, if flip a coin of heads, the opponent is 10 HP away from dying, and you could take 3 energy cards from the discard pile. And I'm pretty sure you can attach it to any one of the Pokemon on your side of the field. So that's pretty amazing on one little coin flip. This card can't actually do any damage, but I'm pretty sure it would have seen play in the competitive game because of that one lucky chant move. Alright, so the next card is another and the second and only reprint of base set. See the reprint sign down there, if the camera can focus. There we go. It's the Quagsire reprint. Now, as you can see, there's no energy required for any of these reprinted cards. That's why they're so hard to get. It is a stage 1. HP is 100. 2 moves. The Earthquake move is why I'm really stressing it though. 70 base for no energy at all. And it does 10 splash damage to every other bench Pokemon on the field. That is pretty insane. It is a pretty bad downfall because it does 10 to your own guys on the field. But for 70 to the active for no energy at all, this is why this card, if I was really going to sell it, will go pretty much up in price, because it's a really, really useful card with a very high HP for stage 1. But there's that reprint. So here you got to look at the only 2 reprints in the base set. Alright, so we're going to be looking at now another stage 1. So that's good. We're starting to move to the stage 1s, which is Jolteon. Now, Jolteon evolves from Eevee, as I'm pretty sure everyone on the planet knows. HP is 90. And the only reason this guy is pretty much on the list is for its last resort maneuver. For one colorless, you could, if you are 10 HP away from dying, this attack does 100 damage. Now, this is pretty awesome because Jolteon being a stage 1, very early Pokemon, this thing is going to get to 10 HP pretty much every single time you put it out. So with that 100 damage, you could take out a lot of the heavy hitters in the game. A lot of the hollows. You can bring it down almost to KO range for many of the stage 2s in the game. Like if your opponent is running a Weeping Bell deck, you can easily bring this down to 10, give it 100, and the Weeping Bell now has only 20 HP remaining, because even if the opponent were to put a potion on that Weeping Bell, it'll still only have 40. Very easy to knock out. So a Jolteon, it's a rare. It's very easy to get, and I'm pretty sure it will be used a lot in the game. Okay, now Azelf. And now, before I continue, I'll just continue all of this in the second part, because we still have a lot of cards to go, and I don't want to make these videos too long so they take too long to upload. Well, I'll see you guys later, and we'll start the next video with Azelf. Bye. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.